In the beginning, before anything existed, there was only darkness and emptiness. Imagine a place with no sun, no stars, no sound, just a vast, silent void. God was there, his spirit moving over the deep, empty darkness. He had a plan, a masterpiece waiting to unfold. With only his words, God was ready to create everything from nothing. The darkness wasn't the end, it was the beginning. God saw the emptiness as the perfect canvas for his creation. He was about to speak, and with his voice, the story of our world would begin. The adventure of creation was moments away. The universe was about to be transformed. On the very first day, God spoke with power and purpose, "Let there be light." In that instant, the universe was forever changed. Instantly, brilliant light burst forth, sweeping away the deep darkness that covered everything. The world was no longer hidden in shadow. God named the light day and the darkness night, marking the very first evening and the very first morning. Time itself had begun. Light brought order, hope, and the promise of new beginnings. It made life possible and set the stage for everything to come. On the second day, God declared, "Let there be a space to separate the waters, a great expanse to divide what was above from what was below." A vast, endless sky appeared, stretching high above the earth, dividing the waters above from the waters below, and giving the world its first breath of openness. God called this space sky, a brilliant blue ceiling for the world, a home for clouds, and soon, a stage for the sun, moon, and stars. The rhythm of day and night began, setting a steady pattern for all life to follow, a cycle that would never end. The sky became a protective blanket, holding the air we breathe and sheltering the earth below, making it a safe place for life to flourish. With light and sky, God shaped the world's very first structure, laying the foundation for all creation to come. Day and night, sky and sea, creation was underway, each element fitting perfectly into its place. With every step, the world grew more ordered, more beautiful, and more ready for life. God was building a home, one perfect piece at a time, carefully preparing a place for all that would come next. The world was now ready, glowing with promise, awaiting the wonders that would soon fill it. On the third day, God spoke again, "Let the water be gathered, and let dry ground appear." Instantly, oceans formed and land rose up. God called the dry ground land and the gathered waters seas. He saw that it was good, a place for life to grow. But the land was bare, so God said, "Let the land produce plants." Grass, flowers, and trees sprang up, covering the earth in green. Plants with seeds and fruit appeared, promising future life. Plants would feed and sustain all living things to come. The world now had mountains, valleys, and coastlines ready for creatures. God's design was perfect, creating a self-sustaining world. Life was beginning to flourish. On the fourth day, God filled the vast sky with brilliant lights, bringing beauty and wonder to the heavens above. He made the sun to rule the day, shining with warmth and golden light, waking the world each morning. The moon, gentle and glowing, watched over the night, casting a soft silver glow on the earth below. And God scattered countless stars across the heavens, each one twinkling like a tiny jewel in the darkness. These lights marked the passing of seasons, days, and years, bringing order, rhythm, and meaning to time itself. The sun gave warmth and energy, helping plants grow and filling the world with life. The moon guided the tides, pulling the oceans and shaping the rhythm of the waves. On the fifth day, God spoke, "Let the waters be filled with living creatures, great and small, in every shape and color, and let birds soar high in the sky, filling the air with their songs and graceful flight." Suddenly, the oceans teemed with fish, whales, and all kinds of sea creatures swimming and darting through the water. The sky filled with birds of every kind, each one unique, fluttering and gliding on the wind. God blessed them, telling them to fill the seas and the sky, to multiply and bring life to every corner. The world was now alive with movement and sound, a symphony of splashes, songs, and calls. The sun, moon, and stars set the rhythm of life, guiding every creature's day and night. The seas and skies were filled with God's creativity, bursting with color, variety, and wonder. Each creature was unique, perfectly made for its home, thriving in the world God had prepared. The world was vibrant, full, and ready for the next chapter of creation. On the sixth day, God looked at the land and spoke, "Let the land produce living creatures, each according to their kind, to fill the earth with life and movement." Instantly, animals of every kind appeared, farm animals, wild beasts, and tiny creatures crawling on the ground. The fields and forests teemed with new life, from the smallest insect to the mightiest elephant. The earth was alive with variety and purpose. Every corner of the land echoed with the sounds of creatures, each one unique and perfectly made for its place in the world. Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, to reflect our spirit and creativity." He created the first man and woman, giving them minds to think, hearts to love, and the ability to choose. They were given the gift of imagination and the power to dream. God blessed them and gave them a special job, to care for the world and all its creatures, to nurture the land and protect its beauty for generations to come. People were different, made in God's image, stewards of creation, entrusted with wisdom and responsibility. The world was now complete, filled with life and beauty, a masterpiece of harmony and balance. Every animal had a role, every person a purpose. Together they formed a living tapestry, each thread essential to the whole. Earth was a perfect home, designed with love and intention, a place where all could thrive. Humankind was the pinnacle of creation, meant to live in harmony with God and nature, to walk together in peace and wonder. This is why Earth is special, a place made for us, filled with wonder, beauty, and endless possibility. The story of creation had begun, and the adventure of life was underway, inviting all to explore, care, and celebrate the gift of existence.